Formally, I will request Mr. Habibur Rahman for recitation from Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم سماعون للصحف فإن جاءوا بينهم أو تعرضوا عنهم إن الله يحب الله العظيم. शुरू अल्लाह या इनसे मुंह फेर लो, और अगर तुम इनसे मुंह फेर लोगे
Hayat Ali Shah, due to his meeting, he is not Olivia Holden, University of Oxford, Professor Dr. Georgia. I welcome you all in the concluding ceremony on commercial arbitration conducted by Law and Justice. Today we had two sessions. One was our learning session, and that we have learned today in our workshop. In group 1, we share his views.
Honorable Mr. Justice Gulzar Ahmed, how its area may be extended and enhanced. We had a long discussion in a group, which I put. Number 1, I'm talking about the subject. It should be made part of syllabus of LLB.
Collaboration. I would like to stress today the fact that it won't work by many individuals. And we were which funds excellence in research, and the Global Research Funds UK, which has the aim in particularly to fund research that provides solutions for the problem of society. And this is particularly important for academia today because increasingly as social scientists, we are encouraged, and I personally foster very much the vision that academia cannot afford anymore to stay within the ivory tower of university, but we need to provide instruments for the solution of social problem. And today's workshop was really the evidence of the need for that, and also the possibility to do that through an intersectoral collaboration among academicians and between the legal profession and academicians. So we were particularly honored to be hosted by the Federal Judicial Academy and to have the collaboration and endorsement of the Law and Justice Commission Pakistan. I would like to show you that is working in Oxford, in Nagoya, in Pakistan, and in Indonesia. So we have a core team in Oxford and in Nagoya. This is where the action regarding the digital platform that I will present later is going on. We received data from 15 European countries, from Pakistan and from Indonesia, and we treat this data and we upload it on a digital platform that is open access, and it is multilingual and cross-jurisdictional. And this is the team working in Oxford in collaboration also with Professor Frank Bennett at Nagoya University. This team is funded by the European Research Council, and it is the name of the project is EuroExpert. However, this is only the core team. We have data collectors in 15 European countries, and this is, I would say, really our asset, because these are the researchers who collects case law in 15 European countries. But even more, recently we have a team in Pakistan and a team in Indonesia, with the endorsement of Law and Justice Commission and with the endorsement of the Supreme Court of Indonesia, especially the division of the Islamic courts. So for Pakistan, Dr. Advocate Umaira Shafi, Mufti Law, Professor Dr. Giorgio Colombo, Syed Riaz Hussain, High Court Advocate, and Dr. Ali Kundal from Qubit Solution. As you will see, our team is always intersectoral. We cannot afford anymore to work in isolation. We need to foster teamwork. And so why we were able also to provide new instruments to the legal profession is because we are working in collaboration, social sciences and law and computer sciences as well. In Indonesia, we have Professor Nur Al-Abati and Dr. Vitriani, and they are both. They helped me in convening a similar workshop with the collaboration of judges coming from all the provinces of Indonesia. The method that we use is a new combination of qualitative and quantitative methods. So we collect case law in all countries of research, we distribute questionnaires, and we also collect expert reports. The first output was a textbook that has been adopted in Indonesia by the Judicial Academy at the national level, and to which contributed judges from the Islamic court, and also these judges worked in collaboration with academicians. We have also a digital toolkit which is in progress, and we hope that we will be able to launch it next time, perhaps in Pakistan or otherwise in another location, and we will invite you if you would kindly join. This is a new digital kit that will allow the legal profession to assess the prospective efficacy, effectiveness of expert reports. And the database that we are launching today is called EXP, is the first multilingual and cross-jurisdictional database. Why is cross-jurisdictional? Because it contains case law from 17 countries, so 15 European countries plus Pakistan and Indonesia. It contains documents in 15 languages, with some of those are with different scripts, and it is also cross-jurisdictional. The particularity of this database is that allows free text search. So the user can enter any word in any language, and it will the database on the background will translate. So, for example, if we look for the word child, we have here just a small sample for demonstration. A case for France, a case from Austria. We can translate the summary. We have summaries in English, but we can translate the summary in any language, and we can open the case. For Pakistan, we have summaries in Urdu. And interestingly, what we use now is a combination of human and machine translation. But for Urdu, we have used human translation because the machine is not yet able to catch the sophistication of Urdu. So we need still to use humans. And we hope that with the passage of time, machine may be learning also from humans. When we have the opportunity, the user can translate in any language. And this is a machine translation. So the machine translation will not, at the moment, will not be as accurate as the human translation, but the hope, again, is that with the passage of time, the machine may learn from humans. And we can open, and we have the full judgment, which the full judgment can itself be translated in any language. So this instrument will allow the users to access openly and freely case law from, at the moment, 17 jurisdictions in the world, 17 countries and 15 languages. But we hope that this instrument may be adopted widely at a global level and foster the share of knowledge. We have also a 4 output, which are at the moment 7 packages for trainings. And these packages for training have been decided and designed collaboratively with the legal profession, with the judiciary in several countries on the demand of the legal profession, the judiciary themselves. Whatever we do is in a perspective of collaboration and sharing of knowledge. So the first one is the International Commercial Arbitration, of which we offered a short demonstration today. Violence against women and children, gender rights, family law, migration and asylum, judicial fairness, and international investment arbitration. And this list hopefully will become longer on the basis of the demand of the users. EuroExpert and the project funded by Global Research Fund, Global Challenges Research Fund, have already an impact. EuroExpert is among the 5 European Research Council funded projects which scored
worthy registrars of the respective high courts, Director General Academies, worthy judges, Honorable Vice Chairman Pakistan Bar Council, to take an initiative on the very ignored area of international commercial arbitration. A few months ago, Director General Federal Judicial Academy invited me here for the training session of the lawyers from Islamabad, and we were having some issues about some kind of cases here. And when I discussed with those lawyers, I told them that they have very great venues to start their practice, such as the International Commercial Arbitration and the Treaty Arbitration. And if our lawyers look into the scope of this treaty arbitration and similar kind of litigation, they would be in position to earn the name and fame in the legal fraternity. I promised with them that we'll take an initiative, and at the first stage, with the collaboration of the Oxford University, we offer the today's program on international commercial arbitration. We can understand, sir, since the arbitration is a very huge area and the big area, and in one day we cannot cover all the aspects of the arbitration. But since Pakistan is signatory to the International Convention on Arbitration, the New York Convention, and the Treaty Arbitration, the Washington Convention, and also signatory of the 48 bilateral investment treaties. So we have huge international obligations. We are now facing and have faced a number of commercial and treaty arbitration before international forums, and due to ignorance and not working on those areas, we are lacking behind not only the rest of the world, but also are not capable to defend our cases and to foresee the likely outcome of those kind of treaties and the agreements. There are certain questions about the international arbitration, such as the sovereignty of the state, the absolute sovereignty and the district sovereignty. There's also area which need to be addressed, the enforcement of the arbitral awards in the country and outside the countries. There are questions about the seat of arbitration and the law of arbitration. And indeed, in one day, we cannot focus on all those things. But with the blessing of the Almighty Allah, support of the Supreme Court of Pakistan, and the guidance of our senior, inshallah we'll be working on it, and we will introduce more this kind of programs at the first stage for the members of the judiciary and
Dr. Colombo of the Oxford University. Thank you very much for visiting about the working of the arbitration, more particularly International Commercial Arbitration. Well, arbitration is not a new, this New York Convention adopted it and ratified it and made it an act of 2011. Basically, what arbitration is and why arbitrations are conducted. Perhaps some sort of input may have been given to you about it by the learned teachers who have come all the way from abroad. Arbitration is a different species of a case trial of a case. It is basically a trial in the manner where parties agree how they want their case to be tried, and the manner in which they want their cases to be tried, and the law under which they want their cases to be tried, and the person they want their case to be heard and decided. So this is the basic concept of the arbitration. And it's very unfortunate that in Pakistan, and purpose behind it is that the party shall obtain an expeditious disposal of their case. Very much expeditious disposal of the case. Technicalities should be avoided. All sort of legal issues which normally are dealt with and faced by a civil suit in a court of law, that should be avoided. And by agreement, parties have their matter decided as early as possible. That is the main basic theme under which the arbitrations are conducted. And I'm sure Dr. Colombo, Ms. Livia must have informed you as to how the arbitration on international cases are conducted. And we have ratified many of the treaties with international, with various countries, and we are already having many disputes in many countries on which, under which the arbitrations are going on. But I believe that the way the things are handled here, we are just used to be dealing with cases in court mostly, and lawyers are also tuned to conduct cases in court, and they are not so much familiar with the tactics and the way and manners in which the arbitration is to be conducted. Well, we have to attune ourselves with that. It's a very good tool of having the cases decided very easily and very fast and expeditiously, and to the satisfaction of the parties themselves, where they choose their own judge, where they choose their own procedure and manner in which their cases to be decided. So I believe you must have learned, and I'm really grateful to the Oxford University for having provided this opportunity and held this workshop, and also on the database that has been created. I believe a bench book may also be prepared for the assistance of all the judges, so that they can get an easy access to all the arbitration cases that are decided all over the world, particularly those which are decided by the higher forums, higher judiciary in Pakistan. Thank you very much.
Honorable Chief Guest for distribution of certificates. Khan, Additional District and Session Judge, Islamabad. State, Islamabad. Ms. Humaira Afzal, Civil Judge cum Judicial Magistrate, Islamabad. Civil Judge, Judicial Magistrate, Islamabad. Rashid Naseem, District and Session Judge, Neelam, AJ&K.